years and years in order to buy this 40-acre, gun range. It's just a naturally built gun range, and we all go down there and we put our jugs of water out there, and then we just shoot the heck out of them. We have a good old time, and then I bought a bunch of explosives. I don't know if a lot of listeners probably have missed this, but I bought a website, folks, and we're going to be putting videos up on it. I bought this explosive, and the website is ILikeToBlowShitUp.com. And I know KCTO is just going to freak out, and they're going to have to cut that spot right there. But we're going to do some filming and have a lot of fun out there, blowing stuff up this spring and summer, and I'll share that with all of you. What else have you got on gun information you could share with the listeners?
Oh, there's just so much. There's one thing I was going to say about the AKs. I mean, you go to a gun broker or something, gunbroker.com, and you can get an AK dirt. That's just a lot of gun for the price. I mean, I was talking to a friend of mine, and he's going to get this and that, $2,200, $2,000, and I'm saying, why don't you save that instead of getting the one gun and no ammo? Why don't you get a couple AKs? A huge pile of ammo, take your wife out to dinner and buy your kid a bunch of presents, and then buy some stored food all for the same money. I mean, AK-47s, you can throw an AK-47 in the river and pick it up in the spring, get it out of there in the spring and just clean it out and fire it. I mean, the AK is an incredibly durable gun, unlike the AR we were talking about, which it's got a lot of little fine parts that can break pretty easy. It's sort of a delicate gun. But, I mean, the AK is just such a brilliantly designed weapon, and that's top recommendation. I'm determined to get a gun sponsor for my antimatter radio show.
Cool.
Probably not a range, but I want to get one of the manufacturers or somebody behind that. But what kind of? I have a Sega 12 gauge AK-47 style shotgun, and that thing is just a beast. It's like I'm firing a tank over my shoulders when I fire that thing. What kind of 12 gauge do you have, John?
No, I've got a Remington, and it's just a real good, durable gun. I think there's higher quality shotguns out there, but the Remington's it's model 807, I think, and I tell you what, I've always had that model, even though from time to time I've traded it, bartered it for another gun. I just have never had anything, as much shooting as I do, I've never had a Remington 12 gauge ever give me any kind of problems. And you kind of get accustomed to a particular brand that has been reliable. And especially when you're thinking long-term, folks, where you're not going to be able to get parts, or you don't want to be in a foxhole, having it out with some blue helmets in the future and have jamming problems and all that. But I am personally saving my nickels to buy a 50 caliber sniper rifle. And once I saw the prices, I'm going to have to go used. But even used, we're looking at about $2,500 to $3,500. But I really want one bad. Had a guy from Wichita that was coming out to show me his and possibly sell it. But then I found out he kind of wanted new prices. So I told him, never mind, you'll be wasting your time. But have you ever shot a 50 caliber sniper rifle?
I have a 50 caliber Desert Eagle. No, that's just it's a pistol, but it feels, it's quite a large pistol. It feels like a small cannon with a stick coming out the bottom. That's called a handle. The thing is absolutely wonderful. That's an awful lot of lead going. I can't remember what it is, 1,500 or 1,700 feet per second. That's just a tremendous weapon. I don't take it as being, every gun has a different application, and it's not even so much a home defense weapon in certain ways. It's just if you want to stick a gun in your pocket that gives you the feeling that you've got, ultimate power there, and you can conceal it amazingly if you were in a situation where you needed to. which isn't going to be many situations, but that Desert Eagle is just an incredible. I mean, the recoil on the thing is unbelievable. I actually have become a pretty avid weightlifter in the last 2 years, and I've been losing a lot of weight and lifting, really getting strong. And the reason I started lifting weights is because, don't tell my wife this because she thinks it's for her, but it's because I bought this 50 caliber, and I wanted to be able to go to the range and just dominate that gun and not have it give me any trouble in the recoil. And it has worked, and it is really a good feeling to be able to fire that thing and not have the recoil come back, and you'd be able to hit that target 40 yards away. Get right in the center of that target, 5 shots in a row. And yeah, but I just can't recommend 50 caliber enough. It's just, and the 44 mag too. I've got a Ruger 44 mag. That probably, I would recommend that over anything. It's got perfect ranges in almost every area for any for a gun.
Hey, we got a break. I hear we are back. And we are talking guns. I think we're gun nuts, man.
Yep.
That's what we're going to be accused of. It starts with self-defense. You love your family. There's danger out there, not just from the government, but there's danger. And then when you add the government element of, what's going on, then you really got to protect yourself. So, yeah, I think only an insane citizen would not be for self-defense. That's how I see it. But so you were talking about a 50 caliber Desert Eagle, the handgun. I was talking about the 50 caliber a sniper rifle.
That's a different round, yeah.
Yeah, it's a different round completely. And the thing is, folks, and I've admitted this before, I am not a very good shot. I've never had good eyesight. I enjoy kind of rugged hunting with a longbow, spear, and traps, snares. So I don't have the shooting skills that I need when it comes to hunting long range. I could never probably pop a deer in a head with a .22 rifle, but you give me a 12 gauge slug, and I'll take care of it that way if I have to. So. But the 50 caliber sniper rifle, yeah, that's just kind of a fun thing. But I'm also thinking I've got to really control the dam that I live near, which is just a quarter of a mile from my house, and it's really the only serious way into our area. The back way, the bridge has been out for now 9 months, and you have to drive just about 30 miles to get to me through the back road. The front road is this dam that's about a half a mile long, and whoever's got the biggest gun wins on that. So in your area, Jeff, what kind of population do you have, and do you kind of concern yourself with getting out of the area if things were to kind of break down and get a little nasty?
Well, I'm right. West Lafayette is teeny. It's really Purdue University, and then the people that work there. And I live here because of course I used to work and go to school at Purdue. But I'm way at the edge of town. Just across the road is a forest and a river just down the hill in that forest. And no, I don't worry about that too much because I have that right there, and there's lots of hills in there. I've thought about building an underground bunker in there. I actually built one in Michigan a couple of years ago, which I have sitting there hidden where nobody knows where it is. Just use it if I. But that's 6 hours away. But it's real easy to build something like that. A lot of fun too, and sort of in the Henry David Thoreau spirit. But the area here is just so isolated. There's really nothing for miles and miles and miles outside of this city. And so I'm not, and even if I was around a lot of people, I don't know, my attitude lately, John, is for the last few years, I just have not been really that afraid. Not only because I've got spiritual protection, but I just don't think, I think the government's just a whole lot of, the real government, the New World Order, Illuminati system. I just think they're a bunch of talk. And if they start coming after people, they're never getting me alive. So what do I have to worry about? I mean, if I die, then that's just what happens, because I'm not giving them not one bit of anything of my freedom. So what do I really have to be that afraid of? And plus,
exactly.
There's so many gun nuts, or to put it in the good way you did, there's so many gun nuts around here that we're just a small army. I mean, all these gun freaks around here. So.
Yeah. Oh, same way with this area. Everybody has a